Deb Kalidas, founder of Digital Network Superstar, here to teach you the top 5 things you need to check in your LinkedIn privacy settings right now. Do you have the blinds drawn when it comes to social media and your privacy settings? This is something that's always very important for you to be aware of, depending upon what platform you're using. So here on LinkedIn, to get to our privacy settings, it's very simple. You go up to the upper right hand where it's the Me, down to settings and privacy, and a new window opens up with all of your options. Do not be overwhelmed. Take it step by step, and we're only going to be looking at the top 5 that you need to be concerned with today. Number 1 is how can the outside world of LinkedIn look and view your profile? So when you go to the number 1 here, edit your public profile, this is how someone can Google, Internet Explorer, Firefox, your name, and then click and see a view of your LinkedIn. Over here on the right-hand side is a plethora of different options of how you can take your profile off or on those search engines, and then if it's on, what you would like shown. You are in the driver's seat, so take advantage of this depending upon what your position requires your privacy to be. Number 2 is who can see your email address. This is important. For me, I have it as my first connections because, well, there's been a connection. I also, though, put my email in my summary because I don't want there to be any blockade between me and the next connection. That could increase my sales influence and opportunity. For you, depending upon the level of your position and how many people are trying to solicit you, you may want to make yourself a little more unavailable and force them to use LinkedIn Messenger. The other note to here is it says allow your connections to download your email. This is because on LinkedIn, when you download all of your connections, it used to be that your email was also accompanying that list. Now you have to give LinkedIn permission for you to be downloaded in that way. That is because a lot of people were downloading contacts and then immediately putting them into an email list. I have no, because I don't want any unsolicited communications. I want direct communications via email or Messenger. Number 3 is who can see your connections. Why would this be important? Well, it depends upon what you're doing. If you're in sales and your connections on LinkedIn are your bread and butter, you're not going to want anyone to see what you have because your competition could swoop in and begin connecting with your connections. If you're someone like me who is constantly telling someone, hey, look at my connections, I might be able to introduce you to add value, then you want to keep them open. So take a look and think about what your job is and how it can best serve you and your needs. We're now going to move on down to number 4, profile viewing options. This is a decision for you on depending upon how you're using LinkedIn at that moment. Do you need to be checking up on some people, but yet you don't want them to see that you are actually on their profile? This is where you can be in private mode, private profile characteristics, or just yourself. But think about this. If someone doesn't know you've been there, they don't know that you've been thinking of them in some way. So this can work for you or a little bit against you. So make sure you use this wisely. Don't leave on privacy mode for too long. But at the same time, well, if you need to check up on some people, make sure you have it on. And number 5 today is mentions or tags by others. How many times have I had an awesome meeting and then I go back and I want to tag someone on LinkedIn with a photo and I go to type in their name and it won't come up? It's because this privacy setting is set to off where people cannot mention you and give you credit. Again, personal preference here, but my encouragement is yes, allow people to tag you because they're tagging you as per your accomplishments and everybody then can see what you're doing with others. Now you have an important assignment. Head on over to LinkedIn, check out those privacy settings and make sure they are set to maximize your presence online. And then after you've done that, connect with me, Deb Kalidas, founder of Digital Network Superstar, so that we can be a powerful connection. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and don't forget, click subscribe right here, and I'll see you in the next video.